Wow, wow, wow. This is my first experience going live on YouTube, and I am also live on TikTok. So, yeah, I am bursting out the seams because this is all new to me. I'm trying new things. All right. This new moon in Pisces has inspired some things, and I'm just allowing it to flow. Okay, so what is going on? I'm just trying to see, who's going to come on. But in any event, I don't plan on being on here very long. I'm just introducing or reintroducing myself to going live. And I'm reading all these pop ups that are coming up because it has been a while. Um, And yeah, we're just seeing how it's going. So what's up, TikTok? What is up, YouTube? All right. It's your super, super, super spiritual BEFF, Sanchia Divine. And I'm coming to you on this new moon in Pisces, right? And we're just gonna talk about really quickly, like for those of you who don't know, but most of us know that new moons are a time for planting seeds, all right, and really kind of grounding in or, stabilizing the energies that we are desiring to expand in our lives, right? The things that we are wanting or desiring to come into fruition, right, in our lives. And it's been a while since I've been on social media, period, because I have been taking a divinely requested sabbatical so that I can really go within and connect and align to where I'm being guided at this time. Okay. Um, my life has gone through so many transitions, okay, in the last couple of months. And it has been expected, okay, because we just ended a 9 year, right? And with the 9 year, of course, endings are expected, right? However, new beginnings, that means that we have opened up the way for new beginnings, right? So, yeah, I mean, it's a great thing. And I have been open and allowing and trusting of all the things that have been guided to me or that have been led to me, right? Um, by divine spirit. So it has been a time for me to just kind of detach, okay, and go within so that I can hear, okay, the messages that are that I'm being guided to receive. Okay, so it was a well needed thing. And that's what healing is all about, right? Like healing, yes, it's recommended that you have a community, or I'm trying to, yeah, that you have a community or, a safe space, right? In which you can heal and share, right? However, for me, but I know this works for me. However, it is also recommended that you find time to be alone so that you can embody, so that you can process, so that you can recalibrate, right? Without all the extra distractions, okay, that may be about if you're allowing yourself to be attached to different things. So there is a point in healing where it's important to detach from everything, all right? And find your safe space so that you can internalize what is transpiring, okay? So yeah, so that's what I've been doing. All right. I mean, my life has transitioned in a lot of ways. However, um with me being open and with me um the fact that I have taken the time to do the basic healing, right? The basic healing that is needed, all right, on your journey, right? So I was, I'm able and I'm equipped to allow the transitions to take place without fighting, or going against the grain, right? It's important to flow with where you are being led, right? And that's what I've been, away or detached, um so that I can really be able to flow with the energies or the new energies that are coming with, that are coming to me, right? So yeah, this new moon in Pisces that is happening today. Like I almost forgot. It's been such a good day. Like I've just been really inspired, right? Like today, I've been doing a lot of writing. I've been back in my writing, and I decided to, to write a newsletter. All right. Which started out as a newsletter, right? And it is now, and then it transitioned into a blog. All right. And this blog has now turned into 5 pages. Right. So I don't know what to do with it. I'm like, okay, well, this is a chapter for my next book because this is, and I realize like writing is my passion because once I start writing, um, everything just flows. Okay, so yeah, back to this new moon in Pisces. We know that Pisces is a sign. Pisces is ruled by the planet Neptune, which is all about the dream world, right? Mysticism, dreams, and you know yeah, what you are, it's all about to connecting to spirituality, right? And the mysticism, right, of it all, right? Pisces is about the unseen, the things that are not seen with the naked eye. I'm going back and forth between YouTube and TikTok, so yeah, if y'all see me looking, over here, don't think that I'm ignoring, you know whatever is happening over there, but my attention, I'm trying something new, right? I am trying something new. So, just work with me here, y'all. But in any event, it's like, yeah, so Pisces is all about the unseen, our dreams. All right. Pisces could also be about delusions. All right. Because Neptune, you know, is I would say is kind of a, I wouldn't say a trickster, but kind of a trickster because yeah, when you don't see things, right? So yeah, it's part of the unseen, right? It's part of the mysticism, the mystical. So it's like, yeah, your mind could play tricks on you, because that's what Neptune rules, right? The mind, the 12th house, the unseen, right? So we don't see the mind, we don't see what's going on in the mind, but we feel or we tune into our thoughts, whatever, right? So yeah, it could be a little trickster in the fact that yeah, sometimes our dreams could be illusions or delusions, right, that we place on ourselves. So yeah, so that's where we have to be a little more careful, right? um I'm not sure what's going on here. Yeah, y'all, bear with me with this live thing, okay? Me, I try something new, okay? Anyway, in any event, yeah. So with that being said, it's a wonderful time to plant seeds, right? The things that we've been dreaming of, right? The things that we've been envisioning, the things that we have been led to, to step into, right? It's about letting go of all that apprehension, letting go of the distractions, letting go of the illusions, right? That may be telling us we're not good enough, right? Letting go of the delusions that may be telling us we're not enough, we're not worthy, right? Because that is not truth, okay? That is not truth, okay? So, yeah, it's a great day to plant seeds. And like I said, today I was just unconsciously led to, to write and to really come out here, and and then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go live. Frig it, no more playing small. All right. No more shrinking myself, no more dimming my light, because y'all wouldn't believe, like, the last couple of months, it's been so much, so many projections, right, being thrown at me by people that I have so much respect for, or had, had so much respect for, people that I put on a pedestal, right, undeservingly. And it just took me to that extreme place where I realized, like, how much I have been doing myself a disservice, right? Because why am I shrinking? Right? Why do I feel like I need to go to other people, right? Every mentor needs a mentor. Like, I get it, right? Every healer needs a healer. And that's understandable, right? But I was seeking external validation from outsiders, right? People that are in mentorship positions, people that are in leadership positions, people that are in teaching positions, right? I was still looking for their validation to tell me who I am and what I'm here to do. And it's like, why? You already know what you're here to do. You already know, and you already got that straight from source, straight from spirit. Your ancestors have been telling you, like, why do you still feel like you need someone to confirm who you already know you are? And it's like I had the hard awakening. It's like, yeah, I had the hard awakening to really do some work. All right. I was led to heal that, to do some healing around that. And y'all, when they say the healing journey is is ongoing, all right, that is so truthful. Because yeah, it's ongoing, because every level you get to, all right, it's like you test yourself to see, okay, well, have I really learned? Have I really grown from this? Right. And the test that you give yourself, I say we test ourselves. I wouldn't say God test us, God or creator test us. All right. The tests come from our higher selves, I think, or from even our inner selves, right? To see if we have, if to, to see if we're talking the talk or we're walking the walk, right? And it's like, yeah, I had to take a step back, right? Because yeah, I have been. Why am I still going to people to find out basic things that I already know? Right. So it's like, yeah, there was a part of me, my shadow, whatever, that didn't feel ready or didn't feel worthy. And I really had to go within to really connect to that, right? And see what that was all about. And in discovering that, I discovered I still had some parental wounds that I needed to take care of, as far as mother and father wounds, right? So yeah, all this time away that I've been doing the work, okay? And I've been going within and really checking myself, all right? Because I'm like, yeah, I am over attracting certain patterns, right? It's like, yeah, a part of my life, certain parts of my life were, had improved, all right? And I had gotten to certain places, but certain things were still like, all right, why am I apprehensive? Why is anxiety coming up around this, right? And going live and, really putting myself out there was one of the things, right? And in booking, my last session with the mentor, I learned a hard lesson, all right, from once again speaking up, speaking up about things that just were not in alignment, and speaking up about it. And then now being projected on, for me putting a voice to my truth. And it was just like, okay, nah, B, nah, 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 nah. We not doing this no more, okay? And saying all that to say, it's like, I really had to do a lot of nervous system work. Okay. And this work that I've been doing around my nervous system has really brought me to a place of actually seeing the truth around, trauma healing, the subconscious, and how the ego um and the subconscious mind are really connected to the nervous system. The nervous system is the propeller of the actions that we choose to take in our unconscious state, right? Whether it be fight, flight, freeze or fawn. And it's like, yeah, no. So yeah. So saying all that to say it's like, yeah, I have been away and with good reason so that I can really focus, you know, on the things that were still stagnant, right? That was still causing me to be stagnant, that was still causing me to be anxious, and that were causing me to dim, that was causing me to dim my light and make myself small to appease others. So yeah. I mean, it feels good to be back. However, yeah, I'm also in a place where it's like I'm not forcing this. I'm not forcing any interactions or forcing myself to, I'm not pushing myself beyond what it is that feels natural for me. Okay. So, yeah, as much as I love y'all, as much as I want to increase my followings, I want to increase my likes, I want to increase my community. All right. I've created the community, sanchiadivineofficial.com. All right. We have a community on there. All right. And I am building my tribe. I am calling in my tribe. I am building my community. All right. And I'm just going with faith that whoever is meant to find me will find me. Whoever's meant to be a part of my community, whoever my tribe is, all right, I have turned on my porch light, all right, and you guys are able to find me. However, I'm not forcing putting out any content. I'm not forcing myself to do anything that is outside of alignment or that is outside of it's feeling naturally, naturally induced. Okay. So yeah. Yeah, and I just wanted to come on here and say hi. And it just so happens to be the new moon. And it's just like I didn't realize that until I actually decided to go live. And yeah, I'm glad I did. All right. And I appreciate you guys. All right. I love you guys. And I just want to say, like, at this time, all right, I want to share the lessons that I've been learning and learned. And the major one is, if you're doing this, please stop shrinking yourself to make others comfortable. Please stop dimming your light to make others comfortable. Please, you know, yeah, be your authentic self. Okay. Whoever's meant for you, whoever's meant to receive you will receive you. Okay. And if they're not meant to be, that means that they're not in alignment. And that's it. That's the end of the day. Like I also, felt myself, wanting to explain certain things about myself so that people could understand or whatever. And it's like, no, I said what I said, and I said it out of pure love. I said it out of respect. I said it out of, admiration. And your response, the response that I got was pure projection. And I felt it from the onstart, but I tried to minimize it because I put this person or these people on a pedestal, in thinking that they could do no wrong. And it's like, I almost blame myself for them projecting on me. And it's something that I realized that I've been doing in many aspects of my life. You understand? When I speak up for what I feel is right for me, and people respond in a projection, in a way that they're projecting their whatever it is on me. And it's like now I'm blaming myself, like, oh wow, when Oh, this is messing with me. When I know for a fact that my heart was in a good place. I'm just speaking the truth that's coming up for me, still being respectful, you know, and yeah, because I respect myself. So I'm gonna respect whoever it is, or my response, my tone is gonna come from a place of self-respect and love. Okay. And if you choose to now react, then that's no longer on me. You understand? That's your projection. Okay. Now, if I came at you in a certain way and now you have to correct me or kind of, I would say defend, I would still, because at the end of the day, you understand, I don't want to say you don't have to defend yourself, but it's like if your heart is pure and you're coming from a good place, I don't feel like we need to explain ourselves to anyone. Yes, sometimes defending yourself is necessary. However, I felt the need to now go explain to this person, that I didn't mean anything by it, or, I came from a place of total respect. And it's like, why? Like, why should, like, no, I'm not doing that. They can think whatever they want at the end of the day, because at this time I know who I am. I know who I am. All right, and I know what I meant. I know my heart was pure. I know my heart is pure, and I know I didn't mean any disrespect or any, I wasn't trying to be rude or or egotistical. However, that's how you chose to take it, so that's on you. And on that note, y'all, I appreciate those who have been here. I'm not really able to see right now. I don't know how this works. So, yeah. But in any event, YouTube, thank you. I love you. TikTok, mwah, thank you. I love you. And yeah, I hope this, I don't hope this lands. This will land wherever it needs to. Whoever needs to hear this or receive this will. And yeah, I am just coming out my shell. All right. I'm done hiding my shadow. I'm done. I am all about integrating. I have integrated my shadow with my light. All right. And I'm ready to share all of it. I've embodied it, I've embraced it, and I'm loving on my shadow. Okay. Because I've hid it for so long. And it's like, yeah, nope, we're not doing that anymore. We're here to shine. Right? Okay. I love y'all. Mwah. See you soon. Okay.